Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I'm gonna talk to y'all about this post right here that I already answered, in the text form, but I figure I might as well finalize by making a video for this guy, so when he sees this can help him out. He asked the question, girl I'm texting likes my post, but ignores me on messages. So, long story short, the dude, he got this girl he's cool with on Instagram, but he got her number, and when he texts her, the girl don't even respond to him, so he frustrated. So this is what he said. He said, I've been texting a girl online. Her name is Hadil. We had a couple of voice calls. She said to me that I'm the one and only guy she currently talks to, and I was the first guy she's ever talked with. Also, this made me feel so special and happy at the time. Yeah, man, I bet it did, because the girl sold you a lie, and you're slowly starting to figure out that her actions aren't adding up with her words. Sometimes women will say things but not actually mean what they say, so be careful of what you hear versus what's actually being put in front of your eyes. Next thing you said was this. Also, when we were on the conversation, her sister got on a voice chat too, because she was close by, and she said to me that Hadil always talks about me and how she wants to send me a picture of when she attended her sister's wedding, how her new dress looks, and how awesome something, I can't even, a homestead, I'm not sure what that is. So look, basically the girl's sister is, acting as if an alibi. She's been a voucher for her sister, saying, yeah, she really does like you, but at the same time, the girl still ignore your messages, so something ain't adding up. Something is not adding up at all. And not only that, you said that y'all talked on the phone a couple of times, a couple of voice calls, and now she says that you're the one, you're the only one she's talking to. Like, look, man, she's lying. I ain't believe none of that. Like, a few phone calls, talking about 3 or 4 phone calls, now the girl's in love with you. No, you in love with her because you're not used to, interacting with females, so be mindful of that. The next thing you said was this. What I don't understand is that sometimes I feel ignored and it hurts. Of course it does. Nobody wants to be ignored. It's gonna hurt anybody. I see her active on Instagram and also liking my posts, but then she doesn't even text me or check my messages. And also, I'm not sure if it's a timing thing, but I noticed, and this happened a few times already. Let me go ahead and pause right there. So you said that she would like your post, and you see that she's on Instagram, but when you message her, you get no response. Like, dude, she not really feeling you. That's women one-on-one right there. They like free attention and validation, and you are still providing that. Hopefully you stop, and don't fall for that. So let me go ahead and get back to what I was about to say before that. It says, but I noticed this, and it happened to me a few times already, is when I somewhat admit my feelings of liking a girl, or also when I ask overprotective questions, I get ignored more. So if you've seen this happen more than once, you can go ahead and assume that this is a consistent pattern that's going on with you. So if you keep getting the same results, man, my best advice for you on this predicament is to stop admitting your feelings to a girl, somewhat admitting your feelings. The thing is, you want them to admit first. Like, typically, if you want to play it safe, you want a woman to slowly start, liking you. You want this to happen over time. But most men like yourself, you rush in telling her how you feel, and it's creeping women out. It scares women off. Like, let a love, the love scene slowly unfold, and if it's meant to be, it will be. A lot of women, they be start asking questions. So where is this going? Or am I the only woman in your life? I hopefully I'm the only woman in your life. But she's not asking this question. She's not putting this in front of you and all up on you and lovey-dovey. Then don't do all that stuff with her, man. Stop admitting your feelings like a fool. This will protect you in the long run, because right now you're hurt. And then the second thing you said, or also when I ask overprotective questions, I get ignored more. Stop asking these questions that sound like you're being overprotective. Like, those type of men are creepy and scary when you're acting overprotective, because when I hear overprotective versus being protective, this is what I envision. When I hear overprotective, I see a dude that's hovering over a woman, asks you, where have you been? Why haven't you been home in the last hour and a half. Why did you ignore my message just 5 minutes ago? I just texted you 4 minutes ago and stuff like that. That's overprotective and overbearing and is annoying. So that's what I hear when it comes to that. But being protective is basically making sure your girl is safe, walking her to her car and everything in a dark alley or something like that. That is just normal protective. But you being overprotective, women don't want that. That's not attractive. So stay away from being overprotective and stop admitting your feelings, especially when you're not seeing a woman reciprocating it or doing it first. Then you said this. You said, in my response, I've read something similar online. Like, if a girl likes your post but doesn't reply to you, you should forget her and move on. Other responses was that it's okay if a girl replies later. They have a life too, and probably that they are not in a mood to reply. I mean, well, yeah, and no at the same time, but you said in your predicament, you have her phone number. You actually talked to this woman, so for her to ignore your text messages, but yet she could be on the phone and interact with you on Instagram says a lot. It said that she don't really want to talk to you like that. She ain't really feeling you like that. So look at her actions versus how she's treating you. And let me go on back to this. You said they have a life too, and probably they are not in a mood to reply. And it doesn't mean that she doesn't like you. It probably does mean she doesn't like you. Don't listen to nothing else but to the facts here. You said, I made a decision of blocking her because I feel like if you had the time to be active on social media for a couple hours, how come you can't reply to a text which takes a couple of minutes only? Also, I thought if she truly appreciates me, she would find a way to text me back with her new Instagram account. If not, then she doesn't care about me. Bro, you fact on. Like, you direct with this one. Like, this is exactly what it is. She ain't messing with you like that. She trying to run a game, and by you blocking her number, you respecting yourself, man. You don't need to be seeing none of that. This woman trying to play you and just have you as another, little simp, a nice guy, and her messages and just booming over her. Like, nah, like, the best thing you can do is separate yourself from all that. And then you had a few questions right here. Let me bring up the questions. Like I said, I'm gonna answer this on here, so it won't be the exact same thing that I put on Reddit for you. So you said this. You asked, did I make the right decision, or should I have tried to openly talk about it on a voice chat with her? No, you made the right decision. Any woman that really wants to talk to you, man, they will talk to you. This whole trying to force her and convince her to talk to you like she's your girlfriend, that's not gonna work, man. Like, women gonna do what women want to do, and men gonna do what they want to do. So if she wasn't trying to talk to you, man, she don't want to talk to you, man. I would have blocked the woman too. I wouldn't even thought twice. Like, you know what? Screw it. The next question, you asked, was she testing me on how much I truly wanted her and how committed / desperate I was? Nah, she wasn't testing nothing, man. This girl just didn't simply like you. And then what's crazy is this. You said committed versus desperate. Commitment and desperation is two different things. Like, the way I look at it like this, when you're committed to something, like me going to work or me playing video games, I'm committed to play the game because I really want to do it. Commitment is something that you really want to do, something that you're giving your time to because you want to be a part of this. This is what you want to be a part of. When you're desperate, you're looking like a starving Marvin or a hungry lion that just needs to eat or he's going to die. Like, nah, she wasn't testing none of that crap, man. Don't never be desperate for a woman because being in a desperate situation with a woman makes you look weak. So stay away from that. And then the last thing you asked was this. You asked, or did she get mad at me because of overprotective questions? But I was just trying to be myself and being open about it. If you was asking her overprotective questions, that could have turned her off and everything, especially seeing that she's not your girlfriend. You don't even know this girl. You know her for 3 video calls or phone calls, whatever it might have been. But now you're talking about your usual overprotective self. Stop being overprotective with women. You need to stop caring about a lot of these women. Stop caring until a woman is your woman. Like, stop trying to protect and be a hero to women that's not actually with you. So I think the final thing you asked me was this, because we messaged a few times back and forth. You said, thanks, bro. It's really nice / hearing this. I want to share that for a few days I still have this feeling in my chest, which is somewhat disturbing. My life, my day-to-day life, it happened after I blocked her. I truly know her intentions and her lies. I feel somewhat betrayed and disappointed. and think about that whole situation, how I believed in her and thought she was the one. Do you perhaps have any suggestions of how can I move on? I'm trying to ignore it, but I find it hard. Alright, so this is my suggestions how to move on for a woman playing games on the internet. Long story short, you need to understand how online dating works and how women interact with men on social media. Me personally, I'm having so many trials and errors and dealing with women on the internet and dating apps. I got to the point where I don't somewhat figure this out. So if you talk to a woman on social media, especially on social media, if this woman ain't trying to give you definite dates to hang out, like if you talking to her, she tomorrow I want to see you, I still want to take her serious. I'm gonna tell her like, okay, well shit, you gonna be free the next couple of days. If she say yes, then yeah, then I take her serious. But if she like, nah, I'm not sure, she's trying to drag it out, then don't take none of that serious. Don't only take women serious that's making actual effort and showing proof and got plans to actually kick it with you and spend time with you. These women that's out here, they don't be trying to be on that. So you need to learn how to weed them out. And this is like social media like Instagram or something like that. But if it's like a dating app, typically me, I'm gonna say this like, shit, let me get your number and everything, and let's set up a time to talk on voice chat or on what's that, video chat or something. If she can't give me time to talk on that, then I know she playing games. Like you said before, you said she could check her text messages, she could do all this other extra stuff, but you can't find time to just give me a little bit of your time. Nah, you need to be mindful of that. Don't take no woman on a date. Stop taking these women serious until they are expressing what you expect to hear from them. Don't confess your love. Don't do any of that. Like, if you had to, man, like a lot of men do, go to the gym if it helps you get your head off. But me, I find just learning how to deal with women and live my life a little bit better makes me a little happier. So I don't sit there and stress out over women no more, because I got it written down in my head. Like, nah, don't sit there and argue with no woman. Don't sit there and get upset with no woman when they act like this, because this is typical female behavior. But when you see the ones that actually make the effort, then that's when you make a little bit more effort. But when you out here giving more to a situation and get nothing in return, is going to hurt. You said you felt ignored, and that's because you're giving too much. In that sense, after I had talked to her a few times on the phone, I probably just stopped talking to her and see if she'd have reached out to me. But if she didn't reach out, then that would have told me the same thing you said. She ain't making an effort, and instead of me getting hurt, I would have stopped responding. I would have stopped texting her and let her come at her pace. So if this video's been any help to you, I don't reach out to you, and over internet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This your boy a.k.a. Labz, and I'm out.